How many of you like, I'm not so clear? Be honest. How many? So what's in between? Because some of you didn't put your hand. What's in between? Some of you like, I'm kind of clear, I'm not so clear. Okay, let me see. How many are crystal clear? Crystal clear. Okay. Okay. How many are not so clear? Need some work on that. Okay, good. Good. So write this down. Business is a team sport. Business is what? Team sport. This is not one man show, one woman show. Business is a team sport. Because business is competitive. What is it? It's competitive. You want the smartest people, you want the strongest people on your team. There's a great saying, if you're the smartest person on your team, your business is in trouble. And it's very, very true. If you're the smartest person on your team, your business is in trouble. I know that's a limitation. Because probably what it tells me is you're not comfortable hiring people that are smarter than you. Now, what does that come from? Tell me. Yell the answer. What is it?
Insecurity.
Insecurity. Yes, hell yeah. High five, man. That's awesome. Insecurity is actually a sign of low self-esteem. Because you're not comfortable surrounding yourself. Your self-esteem is not high enough to surround yourself with people smarter. Because you always want to be the smartest. You always want to have the right answer. You always want to be the one that they come to for advice. Instead of developing leaders and finding leaders around you and say, hey, you know what, you guys do your thing. My goal is just I'm the guy who has the vision, and I don't have all the answers, but I'm very compelling. I know that's the vision I want to accomplish, and any help that I can get, I'm open to receive. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay. So many years ago, I used to have how many of you have a to-do list that you have, okay? How many of you don't have a to-do list? Then what the fuck do you have? Seriously, what do you have? Nothing. Okay, that's interesting. We got to do a class on productivity or something like that. Okay, many years ago I have a to-do list. I have a what? To-do list. And it's long because I'm this control freak and I'm perfectionist. My to-do list at the time was probably 5-7 pages, Word document kind of items, and it would feel good, and I would have a to-do thing and then cross it out, cross it out. How many of you feel good when you're crossing out items from to-do list? Okay, and that's what I had. I was making decent money, probably 6-figure a year. But also that's the problem. Then I evolved, then I learned that I don't just want to have my to-do list, I want to have other people's to-do list. What is it? Other people's to-do list. So I would have another people's to-do list and started developing that, and that thing gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker, and actually my to-do list gets shorter and shorter and shorter. Shorter. So every day, now, the way I operate is, if I invite you to my office, I work from home, and you'll see on my wall, I would have what I call the big 5. Every day, I have 5 big things I must accomplish every day. Big stuff. Every day. And I would, usually in the morning, okay, today I got to call this partner, or I got to set up this, or I got to map out the strategy for that company, or whatever it might be. I got to review. So 5 things, very simple, not a ton of stuff. And every day I want to make sure I don't get off work until I finish these 5 things. Now what's interesting is sometimes it would take me hours to do these. It would take me a good day to do it. Sometimes it only takes me an hour to finish the whole thing. Now, let me ask you a question. If I've got 5 things on my list, the big 5 in the morning, and I finish it, I cross it. Let's say let's say I got it done by 12 noontime. What do I do for the rest of the day? Celebrate, good, yes. Everyone say celebrate? Celebrate. Yeah, but what else do I do?
Plan for tomorrow's to-do list.
Plan for tomorrow's to-do list, which takes about 5 minutes or so. But seriously, what else do I do? Read, maybe learn, yes. But not the right answer yet. What do I do with the rest of the time? Self-develop, maybe. Golf? I don't golf, by the way. I don't golf. Help other people, but it's too big.
Add value.
Oh, if you were me, what would you do?
Have lunch.
Relax. All right? Okay, but what would you do? You're done for that day. What would you do?
I would continue working.
How many of you continue working, find more stuff to do? Okay? That's the fucking problem. Not the answer. Not the answer. But that's a habit right now, right? Not the answer. What else? What do you do?
Spend time with family.
Spend time with family, maybe.
Sleep.
Sleep. I sleep a lot already, so that's not quite it. Here's what it is. I would think. Think. Most entrepreneurs, you're not taking enough time to think. Because when you're running like this, can you think? No, you can only, when you get off the hamster wheel, then you think.
Yeah.
Now with me, I usually think with a pad like this, right? And then a pen. I just sit there and I think. And it's almost like if you observe, it's almost like I'm like daydreaming a little bit. But I just think. Yes?
How do you incorporate meditation into that?
Oh, awesome. So every morning, for those you know, I do when I get up in the morning, brush, shower, and then I do my gratitude exercise every morning, which is how many have heard of that, mic recording, right? Yeah, I do that first 10, 15 minutes. I always go there. To me, meditation doesn't quite work for me. Like sitting there still and just, that doesn't quite work for me. But the attitude, the gratitude exercise, that works for me. So I go through that. After I'm done, then I will have my breakfast and everything else. That's just what I do. Okay. Now, meditation doesn't equal thinking, though. They're two different things. I'm just talking about thinking about your business. It's almost let your mind go blank. Because how many of you had this experience when you're showering, you're driving, or you're doing whatever, or you're walking down on the street and suddenly you come up with a brilliant idea? How many have done that before? Yeah. Those ideas don't come when you are like that. Those ideas only come when you're totally relaxed and you're not thinking about it, and bam, suddenly that one thing, that one idea transforms your business. Yes?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, taking time to think. I'm thinking about all my companies. I'm going to think through it and I'll pace back and forth. If you actually observe, again, in my office, I ask Jenny, I'm always pacing back and forth and talking to myself. Surely, how many talk to yourself? Yeah, I do that. I talk to myself and I draw on the whiteboard, I cross on the whiteboard, and I'm just thinking about stuff. And then I think. I do that a lot. I take about an hour, at least an hour a day, just thinking. A lot of you haven't sat down and be still and think about your business for a long time. Because it's so much easier to just be busy. It's so much easier. Henry Ford said it best. Thinking is the hardest work there is. That's why so few people engage in it. It's tough work. It feels like you're not doing any work. It's way easier to just go fuck around on Facebook. How many spend way too much time on Facebook? David, it doesn't count because David manages my social media. You don't count. You should be on Facebook. But how many spend way too much time? Social media, stuff like that, right? Yeah. I spend about 10 minutes a day on Facebook. Even I think that's a bit too much for me. Okay? And that's why people sometimes Facebook me and this and that. I'm not there. I'm not fucking there. Yes?
I can't even get a hold of that.
How?
I sometimes look at the negative side of things rather than...
Like you mean in your business? Yeah. Like there's some challenges and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, it's not, I'm not a guy that believes in positive thinking. I don't believe in that. If anything, I believe in negative thinking. Because I know that motivation is good, but for most entrepreneurs, desperation is even better. So sometimes it's kind of nuts to think about this. Because I'm so comfortable with my life, I would sometimes purposely, and I don't advise this to everybody, but I would purposely throw myself in a situation where I'm back in the corner. I gotta make shit happen. Make myself uncomfortable. Don't want to be too comfortable. So I would challenge myself that way. That's just the crazy in me. Not about staying positive, but with me, I don't focus so much on mistakes, just again, personal. I just focus on a solution. So when I think about stuff, maybe this business is struggling, got to turn it around, what is not working? Well, what could work? Come up with 5 things that can make it work. What about 10 things that I can make it work?
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.